Ever noticed how you can lose yourself in TikTok for hours, but crack open a textbook and suddenly feel like you're fighting for your life? Why can you binge endless life hack videos with zero effort, but the moment you try to focus on your goals, it feels like pushing a boulder uphill? Here's the shocking truth: it's not because you're lazy, it's not because you just don't have willpower. Your brain has been hijacked, literally rewired to crave instant dopamine hits. But guess what? You can hack it back. You can actually train your brain to crave studying the way it craves scrolling. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it so you stop surviving the study grind and start craving it. Body, meet your real enemy. All right, let's be completely real for a second. Your brain, it's basically a full on dopamine addict. Dopamine is that magic chemical that makes you feel amazing. It's like a tiny internal cheerleader throwing a party every time you do something that feels good. Your brain lives for novelty and instant rewards. Every swipe on TikTok, boom, mini dopamine fireworks. Every new meme on Instagram, confetti in your head. And here's the dangerous part: these apps are literally engineered to hijack your brain. It's like feeding a dog treats every 5 seconds. Of course, it keeps coming back for more. Meanwhile, let's talk about studying, reading, writing essays. Compared to endless swiping, they feel like eating plain oatmeal with no sugar. Good for you, but painfully bland. Why slog through pages of text when your phone offers an all you can eat buffet of excitement in seconds? But, and this is huge, it doesn't have to be this way. The real problem: your brain's pleasure settings are out of whack. Picture your brain's dopamine system like the volume knob on your favorite speaker. If it's cranked up to max all the time, even your favorite song starts to sound flat. The same thing happens when your brain is constantly bombarded with extreme instant dopamine hits. Everything else, including your goals, your passions, and yes, your textbooks, starts to feel unbearably boring. That's why you can lose 3 hours in a YouTube rabbit hole without blinking. But the second you open your study notes, you're checking your phone, reorganizing your desk, or suddenly needing a snack. Your brain's fun threshold is set so high that normal, slower activities can't even compete. But here's the empowering part: once you understand this, you can fix it. You can actually train your brain to enjoy the slow, meaningful stuff again and turn studying into something you want to do, not just something you have to survive. Real life example: social media as digital fast food. Let's say you eat only pizza, ice cream, and soda for a year. You'd find a simple salad repulsive. That's exactly what social media is doing to your brain. It's fast food for your dopamine system. Quick, tasty, addictive, but ultimately empty. When you try to switch from that to studying, it's like going from a triple cheeseburger to raw spinach. Your brain resists, it rebels, it screams, "Where's my dessert?" The solution: step one, reset your dopamine baseline. Before you can learn to enjoy the studying, you need to recalibrate your taste buds. Enter the dopamine detox. Now, I'm not talking about moving to a cabin in the woods and chanting under the stars. This is simpler and more practical. Start by introducing small, controlled moments of boredom into your day. It could be as simple as sitting on your bed for 10 minutes without any devices. Take a walk without music. Stare at the ceiling. Let your mind wander aimlessly. At first, this will feel awful. You'll reach for your phone out of pure habit. You might feel restless, annoyed, even anxious. That's normal. It's your brain going through dopamine withdrawals. Stick with it for a week, just 10 to 15 minutes daily. After a few days, you'll notice something fascinating. Ordinary activities start to feel interesting again. Your brain, deprived of its usual fireworks, begins to find pleasure in subtler things. Real life analogy: the magic of rediscovering simple pleasures. Have you ever gone camping and realized how amazing a simple cup of instant noodles tastes when you're starving? Or how beautiful a sunrise looks after spending a night outdoors? That's what happens to your brain after a dopamine reset. You start appreciating the slower, quieter, yet deeply satisfying rewards that you used to overlook. The solution: step two, make studying more rewarding. Now that your dopamine baseline is reset, it's time to upgrade studying from a punishment to a reward. The trick: gamify it. Humans are wired to love challenges, progress bars, and small wins. Just look at why we obsess over leveling up in games, or closing all those little activity rings on our smartwatches. Break your study sessions into bite sized missions. Use the Pomodoro technique, 25 minutes of focused work, followed by a 5-minute break. During those 25 minutes, challenge yourself to stay completely zoned in. Treat it like a stealth mission in a video game. After each mini session, reward yourself with a small treat: a cup of tea, a few stretches, a favorite song. This creates positive feedback loops that your brain craves. Additional methods: make it a sensory experience. Don't stop there. Make studying a full sensory experience. Use different colored pens and highlighters. Visual variety keeps your brain engaged. Write notes by hand. The physical act of writing activates multiple brain regions and improves retention. Teach what you've just learned to an imaginary student or your pet. Explaining out loud forces your brain to process information deeply. Connect what you're studying to your interests. Learning about supply and demand. Think about why concert tickets sell out in seconds. Studying anatomy, relate it to your workout or your favorite sports. When you start seeing knowledge as a powerful tool that makes you sharper, stronger, and more interesting, you'll no longer need to force yourself to open your textbooks. You'll be curious to dive in. Personal story: how I rewired my own brain. I was once that student who'd watch 3 hours of gaming streams and tell myself, I'll start studying after this last match. Spoiler, I never started. But one day, I decided to try a week-long dopamine detox. I didn't cut everything off. I just started walking without my phone and journaling in silence for 15 minutes each morning. After the first few days, something shifted. I found myself actually wanting to read. I started gamifying my tasks, giving myself mini rewards. Slowly, I went from dreading the study desk to genuinely looking forward to that quiet focus time. This wasn't magic, it was science. Climax, the emotional turning point. Imagine a future where, instead of dreading assignments, you crave them, where your biggest distraction isn't your phone, but your curiosity. That future isn't reserved for genius kids or hardcore productivity gurus. It's possible for you. Yes, you watching this video right now. The moment you realize your brain is not your enemy, but your most powerful tool, everything changes. You stop fighting yourself and start collaborating with your mind. You start designing your environment to support you rather than sabotage you. Conclusion: the powerful takeaway. If you want to transform your life, start with your dopamine. Reset your baseline, gamify your studying, reconnect learning to your passions. Don't let Silicon Valley engineers dictate what your brain craves. Take back the steering wheel. Drive toward the life you actually want. Start today. Try a 15-minute boredom break. Tomorrow, try a 25-minute focus session with a reward. In 2 weeks, you might surprise yourself. In a month, you might fall in love with learning again. And hey, if you found this valuable, subscribe. I share science-based strategies like this every week to help you upgrade your brain, your habits, and your entire life. Drop a comment below. Which hack are you going to try first? Remember, your brain isn't broken. It's just waiting for you to lead it.